Welcome again to another lesson. Today we are going to discuss the SPM Language Trial Paper 1, and then this is for the year 2020. For this lesson, we are using SPM Trial Paper 1 and the code is 1119-1. So this is this year's trial paper and it is from Perlis. Let's look at the paper. This is the paper. And then today we are going to concentrate on directed writing. So 35 marks and the time suggested is 45 minutes. Let's look at the question. You took part in an English Language Week program organized by the English Language Department of your school. Write a letter to your cousin who lives in another town about the event. So this is the content. In your letter, include the following: details of the program, duration, venue, objectives. There are two objectives. One is to encourage the use of English and another one is your own idea. And then you have participation, and then you have activities, spelling bee, public speaking, and own idea. Benefits, instill confidence, and then your own idea for another benefit. One incident that you will never forget. And then lastly, your opinion on how the program can be improved. When writing the letter, you must lay out the letter correctly, where you have the address, salutation, and closing. Then develop all the points given. Provide your own ideas when needed. Remember that your letter is to your cousin. So the first thing is format 1, it is the address. Format 2 is the salutation, and format 3 is the closing. Let's look at all the content points. We have 12. So C1 is duration, C2 is venue. When you go to C3 and C4, encourage the use of English, so it is an objective. So there is another idea that you have to give, which is also an objective. Then you have C5, participation. Then C6, C7 and C8, they are activities. So you have spelling bee, public speaking, and your own idea. And then next one, you have the benefits, where you have instill confidence, and then again your own idea. And then C11, one incident that you will never forget. And then C12, your opinion on how the program can be improved. So this is the format of an informal or friendly letter. First, you must have the address of the sender. So write properly. For example, 11, Jalan Satria, Taman Satria, 70200 Seremban, Negeri Sembilan, and then there is a full stop. Okay, then you have the date, 13 April 2020. Okay, then you have the salutation. Please start with dear. So here we have dear Sam. And then, hi, how are you? These are all the introduction paragraph. And then you can continue with the contents, where you write all the all the 12 content points. Okay, then later on further content, so maybe you can break up the 12 contents into several paragraphs. And then lastly, you write closing, and then don't forget that you have to sign off. You can write your cousin and then write the name or a signature, for example, Lily. Let's move on. We are doing paragraph 1, which is the introduction. So for the introduction, you must have C1, which is the duration, and C2, which is the venue. So there are 3 examples here. Let's look at the first one. Hi, how are you getting on there? I hope you are in the pink. In your last letter, you asked about an interesting event in my school. Well, I would like to share with you a recent event in my school. The English Language Department held a very interesting and fun-filled English Language Week. It was carried out from the 7th to the 11th of April 2020. All the classes and the school hall were used as venues for the various activities. There is another way of writing. You can say, thank you for your letter. I received it a few days ago. You asked me about activities in my school. The English Language Department organized an English Language Week from the 7th to the 11th of April 2020. There were many interesting events during the week. The venue of the program was our school hall. And the last sample, hello, how are you? Sorry for not writing to you earlier. I was down with flu for a week. But don't worry, as I have recovered and am fit as a fiddle. There was an interesting program in my school recently, an English language week. It was organized by the English language department. It was held last week from Monday to Friday. Most of the activities were carried out in the school hall and language laboratory. Now we are doing paragraph 2. So the contents are C3, encourage the use of English, and C4, your own idea. Let's look at the examples. The objectives of the program were to encourage the use of English amongst the students in their daily communication and to improve their proficiency in English language. Today, English is used widely. It has become the most popular language of communication between countries and in many fields of human endeavor. Therefore, it is important that students learn to use English. The second example, English is the most important and useful language in the world today. The main objective was to encourage the use of English. In addition, students should also know that English will help a lot when students further their studies. Almost all books at university level are written in English. And the last example, the program was held to encourage the use of English among the students and also the staff of the school. As English language plays an essential role in our lives, it helps in communication. It is the main language for studying any subject all over the world. English is important for students as it broadens their minds, develops emotional skills, and improves the quality of life. Furthermore, all over the world, higher education programs are written in and taught by using English. Many universities will require the students to sit and pass a test, which demonstrate the students' ability to a certain level of English. Here we have paragraph 3. So the contents are C5, C6, C7 and C8. So C5 is for participation, and then C6, C7 and C8, spelling bee, public speaking, own idea, they are the activities. So this is an example. The program received great response from the students as many participated in the variety of activities. The spelling bee contest was the most popular as there were about 250 participants for both lower and upper secondary levels. There was also a public speaking competition. Each class had to prepare a representative. There were two categories too. The lower secondary participant did only a prepared speech, but for the upper secondary, there was also an impromptu round. The spelling bee was held in the hall and the public speaking was in the language center. Another event was a drama competition. Although there were only 7 groups, the acting and props were commendable. Here is another example for paragraph 3. The participation from the students was very encouraging. There were about 350 participants who took part in various activities. The spelling bee contest received tremendous or enthusiastic response, as each class was represented by 3 students. The teachers and committee members had a hard time to complete all the rounds as the students were very good. Next, there was a public speaking contest. This was only open for the upper secondary as the lower secondary students had a treasure hunt. The prizes were sponsored by the Parent-Teacher Association of the school. The winner walked away with hampers and book vouchers. Moving on to paragraph 4, we have content 9 and content 10. So 9 is instill confidence and 10 is own idea. So let's look at the samples. There was also a board where students could write comments using the notes supplied. They commented that they had greatly benefited from all the events. The program managed to instill confidence in them to communicate using English language, and it also made them more interested to learn the language. Another example, the program was successful as the students gave positive feedback. They mentioned that the program was able to instill confidence to use the language while communicating with their friends. They also realized that English gives them wider access to knowledge. Knowledge of English therefore allows them to tap into far more resources like books, magazines, films, and websites. So don't forget that on every slide, you can look at the vocabulary. Let's look at paragraph 5 now. We have C11, one incident that you will never forget. And then C12, opinion on how the program can be improved. So this is an example. There was one incident that I will never forget during the program. I took part in the spelling bee contest. The second round was quite a tough one as the participants were very good. A boy by the name of Ayman managed to spell the word ubiquitous correctly. He was so excited that he started hugging the participant next to him. The best part was, as he was bigger in size, he also lifted the tiny boy. The hall roared in laughter and cheers. In my opinion, the program can be improved by having more competitions like poem recital and singing contest. Both are favorites of many students. This is another example for paragraph 5. I've told you earlier in the letter that I participated in the treasure hunt with my classmates. There was an incident that I will never forget. There were 5 of us in a team. We were looking for 10 clues, and at the 9th clue, every member was eager to find the clue as we knew that there was a high possibility that we could win. Alex, my friend, suggested climbing a tree as a clue could be up in that tree. So 2 of us began climbing. Suddenly we heard anxious shouts. We turned and saw Mr. Cairo running towards us frantically. He was screaming and warning us to climb down. He gave us a tongue lashing when he arrived. Although the program was a great success, in my opinion, the English language department can improve it by having more contests like a talent time, as singing is a favorite among the students. For paragraph 6, it is the closing. So you can write short sentences like, I hope to see you soon during our family gathering. Take care and bye. Example number 2, bye and do keep in touch. The third one, take care of yourself. Do write often. I'm eager to read about your activities in your school too. Bye. Lastly, remember that you are always in my thoughts. Bye. Bye and best wishes. I hope to hear from you soon. Well, that's all for the moment, and thanks for sending me some pictures of your last holiday. Dear students, we have come to the end of our lesson for today, and just now we learned how to write answers for directed writing for the trial paper from Perlis. So I hope you will benefit from this video, and best of luck for your SPM examination. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. It is called Educator Omnitube. So signing off, I'm Madam Gan, your teacher. Bye bye.